Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, as always, I got some of the cronies here with me. First off, we got Mr. Rich Cooley. What's happening, Rich?
Nothing much. How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing good, man. You all back to normal from our trip and everything?
Yeah, pretty much. I did get most of the stuff all unloaded, and I did post a picture on the site there of my picker that I got. And I probably only got maybe, 10 or 15 small pieces, but there's some peppery pieces in there with that one picker.
That's right.
It was good.
It is what it is, and it looked good.
And I still have my other material to run through it again, just to make sure.
Right.
I don't think I missed any, but I want to separate some of those garnets.
I know, me too.
Some of those bigger garnets that I got, they're not real big, but they're not the powder stuff. I want to separate some of them other ones and see if I get any half decent.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I'm going to do the same thing.
I seen some pretty garnets when I was down there when I was painting it out. They were pretty good size, and I want to get them out of there and keep them.
Oh, yeah, you have to. I'm going to get a bunch out. I'm going to fill a bottle full, put it that way. Excuse me, at least one vial. Got to have them. They're just too pretty. They
are.
So what's next, Rich? Now it's hunting season, ain't it, brother?
Oh, it's hunting season, yeah, but I got some stuff I'm going to be doing. My testing that I did down there in North Carolina didn't turn out too well for that one riffle set.
Right.
The 3-stage riffle set that I pieced together. It loaded up again.
Right.
I think it was pretty much, I didn't try some stuff that I should have tried. Mm-hmm. Kind of got flustered and frustrated and took it out and put my other riffle set in. That worked perfect.
Okay.
But it was loading up again, filling up with material. Mm-hmm. So when I shut it down, I had 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch of material piled up in the riffles. It was not processing.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think my main issue was because I did not have enough tilt on it, and I didn't have enough water flowing through it.
Okay.
Which, I'll probably talk into a little bit about that later tonight when we're talking about losses.
Okay.
Actually, how your box is supposed to run.
Gotcha. So
I'll cover that a little bit later. Cooley's Corner is going to be on gold losses tonight.
Okay.
I had a request from Stephen Orth,
right,
and I'll get into that when we get into the show. But
cool.
And then I'm also gonna rebuild a T80. What is it? A T80?
T80 compressor. Right.
Yeah, I got a compressor from Lou and Robert, and it needs a complete rebuild.
Okay.
So I got it cleaned up today, and I got to figure out if I can get the parts for it and give Keen a call and see what they got for me. So.
Oh, okay. So you got that's kind of a big project.
Yeah, that's going to be my winter thing. I'm going to bring the whole motor assembly and everything in the garage this winter, drain the gas out of it, and then I'm going to start getting that compressor built and then get it put on, tear the pump apart, and get my air ready for next year, hopefully. That's going to be my winter project.
That's a good winter project right there. It really is.
Yep.
Well, it's not winter yet.
What, Shad?
It's not winter yet, so don't be tearing it down yet, boy.
I got hunting to do right now. I'm actually going hunting for archery next weekend. Mm-hmm. Not this weekend, but the following weekend I'll be going for archery and muzzleloader for deer. So.
Oh. That's cool, because, tomorrow's, October 1st? So.
Yeah, our archery season actually started Saturday in our area.
Right.
But I didn't go. I'll go out the following weekend.
It's just hard to believe it's already October.
Yep.
That's the part that's weird. It's just like we just started summer, it feels like, and now it's gone. Now we're in the fall. Nights are like 40-some degrees, and Jesus.
Yeah, we keep screwing around with the heat and the air conditioning. It's like one day you have the air conditioning on and you turn it off, and then the next day you wake up in the morning and you turn the heat on. So.
Yeah, this is that time of year. You don't know what you want to run. The heat or the air. It's just ridiculous, though. Summer went by too quick.
And I'm tired of mowing grass.
I am too. I'm really tired of mowing
We've
grass.
got so much water here. They have these drainage things down in our development, and they're half full of freaking water. And our grass is just pure green, keeps growing and growing. You got to cut it once or twice a week.
Oh, jeez. That's just
crazy.
Way too much grass cutting.
Usually by now it's all dried up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and going dormant, right? Or
should be. I got my garden cleaned out this weekend, so
okay. She was busy.
Ready for winter. And
well, good.
We cleaned all the green peppers out, and just what I had on the plants alone, I had 35 green peppers.
Nice. All right, that's good. So you did pretty good this year then with the garden.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had plenty of green peppers before that, but
you gonna freeze anything or can it or whatever you do?
We had some stuffed peppers there already, and she sliced some up and blanched them and froze them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're set, man. Dang, you're like a little pioneer man, Rich. What you are.
Oh, I can survive. Yeah, definitely.
I think it's cool, brother. Very cool. So Cooley's Corner, we're talking about losses tonight, and that'll be that's one we haven't covered for sure. So looking forward to that as always, Rich. All
right,
and I'm glad you're here, man. Thanks for being here as always. All right, also joining us, we got everybody's favorite news lady, our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Oh my gosh, I hear you though about you can just smell autumn in the air.
Can.
Plus, I'm still getting over a cold.
You sound a lot better though.
Yeah, I have my moments. It seems to get worse at night.
Right.
And I don't know why that is.
I don't know. Maybe because you're relaxing finally.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, we came home on Friday night from our wandering,
and
so that we could still have the weekend to recuperate because we were on the road and doing things like every day.
Every day, right? So tell me something about that. Did you do that crystal thing? Tell me about some of these things.
Oh my gosh. My favorite part was South Carolina.
Okay.
We went to the Diamond Hill Mine.
Diamond Hill Mine.
And we ended up camping at the Calhoun State Park. Mm-hmm. Calhoun Falls State Park.
Got it.
And I mean, every campsite is just it's just gorgeous.
Really?
And they have campsites right next to the water.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty much secluded as far as if you look straight out to the water. Okay. There's no view of people.
Oh, that's what you want. No view of people. Just one of the.
And the best part was it came with the water hookups and electricity. So this was the first time that we were glamping.
Oh, this
was glamping.
Yes, that
no
is
generator.
No generator.
Water and electric. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, living the dream.
Yeah, and I have to say that in South Carolina, they have these pesky little ants.
Right.
I think they're called fire ants.
Okay, yeah,
maybe?
Probably.
But, oh my goodness, don't ever get one of them on you. When I was at the mine, and I was sitting on the ground, and at least I wore pants, right?
Yeah.
So I'm digging crystals out, and all of a sudden I'm like, what's biting me?
Something bit me.
It was just one right after another.
Really?
I probably had like 20 of them on me. So I after I got them off, it stings.
Right.
And so then I dropped trowel right there.
Shad was probably looking, going, "What in the heck is she doing?"
Well, yeah, I had him looking like, "Look, just look at it. Just look at it."
Oh my God!
For ants.
Oh my God, Kathleen. Only you.
Oh my gosh! It was one thing right after another, and then he didn't see any, but it left welts. I still have like the
probably
scabs
was fire ants. I bet, yeah, because I guarantee it had to been. Jeez.
I literally had ants in my pants.
You did? Oh no! But that's cool.
So if you're crystal digging, you may want to make sure you don't sit on an anthill.
Yeah. Don't sit on an anthill. That's great advice, Kathleen. It really
because
is.
It makes them mad and they will bite you.
Yeah, you upset the ants and they took revenge on you. So what did you find there? Did you find some cool stuff?
Yeah, we found a lot of citrine. and then milky quartz.
Mm-hmm.
We found a couple little specimens of amethyst, but my favorite find was the big one that had the citrine crystals in it, and there's just millions of them, and just so cool. I mean, when you dig them out, and we did a video on it, so we'll show it to everyone eventually when we get through going through all our footage.
Right.
But when you dig them out, they don't look like crystals. They're just, you just kind of look at the clumps of dirt, and then when you're feeling around, they kind of feel either heavy or kind of funny, and then it's covered with this clay, so when you take it off, you can kind of see the points.
Okay.
But you don't know what it is yet. It could either be amethyst or whatever.
It's kind of like a mystery.
What we do is we kept them all.
Okay.
And then at the campsite, we decided to use the iron axe to clean them.
Mm-hmm.
And all the stuff disintegrated, and then you can really see the colors and what you ended up having.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I already have a spot in the office for all of the things that we found.
Oh, nice. That is cool. Man,
yeah.
I can't wait to see them. Yeah.
That
is
cool. I
cool.
posted some pictures. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where.
You didn't put them on GPS, Kathleen.
I think they may be on Facebook.
I'm sure they're probably on Facebook. Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay. Yeah,
I just
probably.
wish there was an easier way I could post pictures on GPS.
I know. Well, you're right.
Mine, I'm constantly on my phone.
You're supposed to be able to do it from your phone. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it's really difficult for some reason for me. I don't know why.
All right, I'll look into it and see, because I know you're supposed to be able to. You're supposed to go add from phone, boop, 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 and it's supposed to go there. But obviously it's not. So I
wish we could link it to like Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Well, it is kind of linked to it.
Shad, get on that.
When you post something on GPS, if you have your Facebook thing turned on, it will link to your Facebook thing. Yes, it will. It definitely.
But not the other way.
Not the other way. Not from Facebook to GPS, though. Right, not opposite.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, it will.
Well,
some things
we're figuring it out. Going through our stuff. Yesterday we had a Cooley Pond incident. While we were gone.
Yeah, I remember you said something about that. So.
Oh goodness.
So what'd you have to do yesterday?
Well, thankfully, we're prospectors, right? So we always have like stuff laying around.
Right.
So Shad, he had to dismantle the wall. And then take the liner and make a little cut in it to stick is it the bilge pump?
I put the bilge pump for our cleanup sluice. What happened was the plant got caught in the waterfall area because they're dying, so the roots come up and they floated and clogged up the hole where water goes out of the reservoir tank into the pond. Mm-hmm. So obviously, when that happened, all the water just filled up the reservoir and leaked.
Okay.
Well, a bunch of water soaked into the ground, traveled down, basically went underneath the pond liner. Oh. So there were big bubbles.
Okay.
In there. So really what I did was, because the pond liner actually extends out and underneath the walkway quite a bit, should something bad happen.
Right.
So I was able to basically make a cut in the liner so I didn't have to, we got a lot of gravel sitting on top of it, so I just did a little cut and not big enough to really shove the bilge pump and tubing down, hooked it up to the little battery, and then we just drained out, and then I got my waders on, and I had to do it on both sides, but on one part I was able to walk, after I drained it out of the one side, walk the water from the front part all the way over underneath by, just pushing it basically with my feet.
That's because we have clay.
Yeah, because clay's under there, so it takes forever to drain.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's not going to soak in. So that worked. Did the other side, then put the wall back together, and glued it and everything, and good as new, and it worked.
Man, that's like a redo, Shad.
Nah.
It only took a few hours.
Yeah, it's a couple hours.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. And
it actually, from when we got it all out underneath, and so the air bubbles were gone, and the liner was back where it should be underneath. We lost well over a foot of water. That tells you how much water was underneath there.
Yeah. There was a lot.
It was a lot, yes.
A lot.
So another water change for the fishies.
Right. So,
but they all survived.
Oh, that's what was my next question. How are the fish?
Yeah.
Even Nemo's still doing good?
Even Nemo.
Okay.
He's still there.
He's going to make it.
Bigger.
He's going to make it. I'm telling you.
We hope so.
Oh, he's going to.
You know, we're just hoping that the winter isn't going to do it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know where they're all going to hide this year.
Oh, really?
Well, they're so
they're
big.
at the bottom. You got 4 foot of water, so they'll be fine in the middle and the bottom.
Yeah. They'll just all gather
They
in
don't
the
need to
center.
hide. They just need to float really slow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And go into hibernation mode when they.
And if they die, we'll turn it into a giant jacuzzi.
They're
Oh,
genius. Put some jets in it, and there you go.
Exactly.
I like it. Sounds good, Chad. You're thinking outside the box. Well, Kathleen, I'm glad you're here tonight as always, and I'm glad you had a great trip. And
Good to be here. It's
Oh,
great
yeah.
to be back.
oh yeah, it's good to have you back.
I'll get back into the swing of things. I don't want to go to work.
No, of course
I
not.
still don't.
Of course not.
Just saying.
No, I don't blame you. God, it was hard for me to go back Wednesday, and it
Ugh.
just dragged. The week did. It was like, ugh, this sucks. This work thing ain't no fun.
Yeah, I
Especially
know.
after-
And then, you know, now that it's getting darker sooner and blah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect word, Kathleen. Blah. I agree.
But we did store the camper finally.
Is it stored now?
Not for the winter though. I think we're still gonna have to visit it and take it out.
Oh, yeah.
a few more times because we may hit some local places.
Okay. You will. You will.
There.
Oh, yeah, you will. You still got a lot of time left. But it's
Dredge
not...
season is still in full swing.
Yeah, but it's not in your driveway no more, so no more letters and no more
No.
funny looks from people driving by.
It's funny though, we did have it parked on the street,
Mm.
you know, for 2 days when we got back because we were cleaning it and stuff.
Right.
And one of our neighbors had this really big wedding at their house. They put a tent. It was all elegant.
Ew. Ew, and there's a big camper sitting out there on the road.
And our house is like the first one you see when you turn down the street. They probably all saw it.
Oh, you know they did. They all probably were like shaking their heads and giving you that look. And
Yeah, I mean, we still had the dredges in the
Oh,
back,
geez.
and we had picked up some tin or aluminum sheeting from the salvage place in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do some decorating with it.
Okay. They were like, "What is happening?"
They look like the hillbillies.
Probably.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
Oh, I guarantee it did. They were like, "What is happening to this neighborhood?" Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So then we decided, okay, we'll put it away for a couple weeks.
okay. Give them a little break and then
It's back.
put it on them again.
You had to winterize it then.
Not yet. We're still going to take it out.
It ain't winter yet. Well,
No,
stop
it's
it,
not.
Rich.
Stop. Yeah, right. But
God, man, it would bring my little pump in the garage and winter project. It's just the fall, man. Come on.
right, it's not winter yet. You're bringing us
I'm
down.
not close to the streams like you guys are.
Yeah, but
True,
still,
very true.
we don't want
Plus,
to.
you hunt during this time.
Yeah. So you don't want to think winter though. Let's just think Indian summer or something. Let's not
Yeah.
think about that awful W word that we hate.
Yeah, I'm not ready for
God, me neither. It sucks.
that. It's still autumn. There's
Yeah.
stuff still to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we'll get back in the swing of things with our local events of
Oh,
interest.
heck yeah.
So you can see what's going
can't
on. There seems to be a lot more going on
Really?
in the fall season.
Yeah, there is, and I can't wait. Because I've always enjoyed the events very much.
And those of you, on Wednesdays, we have the news and we throw in fun facts,
Heck yeah.
history, and, of course, our local events of interest.
That's right.
As read by Shad.
That's right, by Shad. That's right. Shad does it.
But researched
so
by
well.
Kathleen.
Researched by Kathleen, read by Shad. That's a disclaimer.
Oh, really? You want to go there?
I think she went there.
Yes, he did.
She did.
I'll
She-
keep my mouth shut.
That's right. It's Kathleen. She's allowed to go there, Shad. Remember that. Right? Heck yeah. Well, Kathleen, we're glad you're back, and thank you for being here as always. It's a pleasure, for sure.
Great being here.
Oh, yeah. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. What's happening, Shad?
Oh, dreading work week. Going back to work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but no, doing pretty good. Getting settled back, taking care of things, and figuring out time to go back through all the footage, the pictures, as well as all the footage that Michael Myers took of the Cronies outing to put something together for the show.
Right.
So lots of stuff to look through.
You got a lot of desk work to do, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, it's going to take quite a while. I'm so backed up with our own videos.
Right.
Now I'm backed up with the show videos.
Uh-huh.
So lots to do there.
I know. Well, you'll get it. I know you will. You're the best. So we appreciate everything you do. You know that. So what was your favorite part of your little trip, Shad? Was it the Diamond Hill Mine too?
Actually, it was. That was pretty cool because, it's, there's no question. You're just digging to find stuff. And it's so weird. Like, a couple times we were pretty close to each other. We were only like a few feet apart and digging in two separate spots. Mm-hmm. I wasn't finding anything. She was started pulling out little ones and stuff. So I would move over and boom, I'm finding stuff. Then after a while, it would just kind of, fizzle out. So then we would just go and spread out again, dig some more, and one of us would hit something, and we would work together. And
it's definitely something I would want to go back more than one day.
Really?
That's just me, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because the way it works is you can go down in their ginormous pits, and I'm talking it's massive pits, so deep. They continue to excavate and chase veins and stuff, and we didn't get much time really to focus on it working in the pits. I kind of went down there and picked around a little bit, checking things out. It was so cool, to see all the different mineralization. You could see where people have dug and kind of what they were chasing, so you get a feel of what you need to look for. But all that dirt that they scoop out, they just pile it into hills everywhere. Okay. And that's the material you can also dig, and there's so much there taken. Now, the cool thing is if you go into the pit and you do find a vein or a cluster of crystals, whether it's amethyst, skeletal quartz, what have you, you could get some really big, nice, valuable pieces, and that's what some people have pulled out before and done, really good finds. Now, in the piles, obviously, you're not really going to find the huge ones intact. Right. Because you got to think, heavy machinery has been moving it and picking it up and moving it out. But it's still, you're guaranteed you're going to find some stuff. You just gotta work for it. But it's so weird. You'll be digging and it'll be just like this clump, or it'll look like a rock. But you got to try to break it apart or rub the sides down to see. Because, like Kathleen said, you'll see those little pointy things sticking through there, and you got a crystal. So you just throw it in a bucket and you clean it up later. But our video that we did, it shows a little bit of us digging, but we also take you through how to clean it up.
Oh, okay.
So you can see it, so it's pretty cool.
I like it. Did you guys use a classifier to put the material on it to shake it off, or you were just doing everything?
No. There were some people there that actually had their little classifiers and were working it. And I guess if you were wanting to go
to find
after single loose crystals, yes,
and gemstones.
But believe it or not, that's why we went through and when you're digging, you literally want to crumble up every piece of clump of clay, dirt, mud, what have you. And so we found some loose crystals that way too, because if you don't, you're going to miss some cool specimens. You take your time. You're just not digging like a madman thinking you're just going to find some giant rock loaded with stuff.
You have to actually go through the dirt.
Yeah. To me, using a classifier out there and what we were doing would slow you down. I don't think you would process as much material as you would want. I think it's just a lot quicker to get your hands in there and just work the material by hand, fast and furious.
Now, Shad, is there a way you can like hook up a pump and fill like a classifier bucket and spray it down with?
In that place, no.
No, okay.
I did ask. Well, one, there wasn't any water there in this location, but there are other places around that area. When I was talking to him, to the guy that watches after the property, there are other mines that are more privately run that they actually will dig piles out of an area where they're finding crystals.
Okay.
And they will take basically a big trash pump and run lay flat hose, and they have like a holding pond, and they will just blast the piles of dirt they get.
Mm-hmm.
How they'll uncover a lot of really big specimens easily.
Okay.
And quickly. Now, as far as at this place, they don't allow you to do that, and there wasn't any water anyway for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Well, I was just wondering if you used that classifier bucket that I made.
We thought about it,
but
dude,
double the material in there and swish it back and forth. That would get all the fine stuff out and leave you with the bigger rock.
It would actually be a lot more work for you to do it.
Oh, okay.
It was just a lot easier to do it. Just crush stuff up by hand and just move the dirt away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually.
Now,
go ahead, Kathleen.
The sapphire digging was different.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually digging ourselves and then going to the water, because you use water for that.
Mm.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And I don't know what if you go to Franklin, North Carolina, like we did, and like there are only a couple where you're actually digging for native stones and native dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% legit.
Okay.
I know Swiftwater was saying, "Oh, why don't you go knock on some doors?" You have to keep in mind where they're digging from, and we kind of talked about it on some of the film that we shot. It's on the side of a mountain that they use big excavators, and they have to dig down anywhere from 10 to 12 feet of overburden to get to the layers where the sapphires are. So I don't know, unless you're really lucky, if you're going to go knock on someone's door and think you're going to dig a little hole with the shovel and find something.
Well, it's like more of a pit.
Yeah.
You got to dig a pit.
They move a lot of material, and even still, like the place we went to, we had it all to ourselves.
That was fun.
Nobody was there because they were calling for rain.
Ah.
So we got a lot of cool history about the place.
Mm-hmm.
That area has been functioning as a sapphire mine primarily. There are some rubies that are found. But it was functioning since 1942. They've found 3 tunnels that the miners dug and were mining for sapphires. They've uncovered them.
Okay.
There's rumors to be more, but they haven't found them yet. Even at one point, the Tiffany's Jewelers, they actually owned it and mined for sapphires there.
Wow, pretty cool.
And when you look at the hillside, they have, I think, 30-some acres they own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you look at the hillside that they've been pulling from that's been mined, there is still so much more to go. It's unreal.
So it's actually still a working mine then, right, Shad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, that one is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you don't do, obviously, is take the excavators and pull it down. But it's all right there where they do it. And they just bring that material down and put it in 2 giant piles for you to work.
Okay.
And dig out. Yeah, I mean, they literally just pull it from the hillside and
you classify it.
Yeah, you classify it and they bring it down and you work it
cool,
there.
though.
So it's pretty
Did
cool.
you ever check to see if there was any gold in that material?
There isn't. There's only
Mica.
mica found up there.
Okay.
Oh,
And a heck of a lot of mica. I mean, we were finding big chunks of mica there. Even down in South Carolina, we were finding huge chunks. I mean, massive chunks, size of like golf balls.
Wow.
Solid
It's neat
mica.
looking.
It's
It
neat.
is.
It's really
It's cool.
cool. We have one specimen we did keep because that stuff just falls apart.
Uh-huh.
But we have one piece that has like quartz, some crystals, and mica chunks all inside of it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That's cool. That's real cool. Awesome.
But yeah, it was neat having that mine to ourselves. But I guess they're busier times, obviously, during the summer, and they do 2 main digs where they're getting new material, and that's usually in March and July, I think she said.
So maybe we should go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fresh material. But we found some. It was neat.
That's cool. I'm glad. Sounds like you had a great time, that's for sure. Definitely. Yeah. And now I know you got your precious metal prices tonight, don't you?
Oh, you better believe it. And
maybe even birthdays?
I do got birthdays,
What
too.
do you know?
Yep.
Well, take it away, Shad.
All right, so gold looks like as of last week really dropped quite a bit, but it bounced back on Friday, going up $9 to $1,192.
Okay.
So it looks like between Wednesdays and Thursday it really dropped, but on the rebound, hopefully it gets back up above 1,200 again. Silver also up 41 cents.
Nice.
To $14.61. Platinum is up $6, closing at $816. Now, palladium actually went down $9, but it's still at $1,070.
Okay, interesting.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting why palladium dropped there. I mean, I have no idea. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
But rhodium, that one's at $2,580.
Nice. The old
so that
rhodium.
One's gone up.
The old rhodium. And silver up 40 cents. See?
Yeah.
Silver's making its move now. Watch out, guys.
That's right.
You, it's making its move. It's going to hit 15 by Wednesday. I see it, Shad. I'm telling you.
Wow. That'd be huge. That'd be huge.
It's going to be a huge. It is. It is. Trust me on this. All right, go. Let's hear some birthdays now. See who's got a birthday today.
All right. So, of course, it's September 30th. What is it? Last day of September.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, today is.
So we have Bob Snow, Chad Kennedy, Clinton Broomhall, John Wagstaff, Mark, Michael E. Bradley, Ron G. Hicks, Shane Burlingame, Susan Logan, William Burdick. And tomorrow we have Adam B., Brian Irwin, Croc End, David Reed Jr., Heavy Metal, John Mayling, Kelly K. Kerwin, Kevin Coburn, Kyle Sharp, and Lonnie. So happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday.
Heck yeah, happy birthday. Oh, Rich, you could have sang again.
That's all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll wait. We'll wait. You did such a good job last time.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
And Dennis wasn't here to
thought
sing.
the freaking crickets were coming out.
You guys do it very well. Don't ever doubt yourself.
Well, I'm no Dennis, I'll tell you that. I don't have that Marilyn Monroe
exactly. Yep.
type of voice.
That's our Dennis, I guess.
I don't have no sexy voice, I'll tell you.
I know. And the little videos that he puts up for us while he does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Dennis. We do. All right. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be back with Rich Cooley and Cooley's Corner. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for all us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Well, I got a special request from Stephen North, and I'll just read it to you here so you can understand what we're going to talk about. He said, I'd be interested in hearing you talk about ways to check for losses, whether it be while using a stream sluice, high banker, or dredge. I watch lots of YouTube prospecting videos, and it seems almost everyone just fires up their equipment and gets to work. Mm-hmm. The thought process I seem to see is that if it looks right in the box, it's catching the gold. But is it? So how often should you test, and what are some of the best ways to test each piece of equipment I mentioned above? I have over 15 years of painting sluicing experience, but only have a 2.5 Pro Line combo unit for about a year. Yes, it's catching gold for me, but I hate to think it's actually only catching half of the gold running through it. So I think it might be an interesting topic.
Sure.
Which sure is.
Yes, it is. For sure, Rich.
There's not very many ways to actually check for losses. And he is right. You know, the main thing that you do, let's first talk about a sluice. When you have a sluice in the stream, you set it up. And myself, I can be truthful, I'm not good at it. I am not good at it at all. I fight it, because you got to have that V, and that water has to V going in that sluice. Mm-hmm. And I can't never find the proper rock, or the proper height, or the proper anything to set that daggone thing up. It kicks my butt every time. And Darth will tell you, Darth's good at doing it. He can move a couple rocks and set that thing right down in there. And when we used to go up here in PA and stuff to Peters Creek and set that up, he'd have his set up in no time. I'd be fighting for that thing like 15, 20 minutes. And then he'd come over and move around one rock and boom.
Done.
Done deal, But checking losses first. Sluice box. I know when you're checking your sluice box, first of all, to make sure it's operating correctly, you need to, 1, make sure it's not loading up, and basically 2, make sure it's not washing out. Mm-hmm. Now, when you should be looking in the sluice box, you should be able to see the material agitating, You actually should be able to watch that material just moving around and dancing in the box.
Right.
That's a classic sign that it's working correctly. If you're washing, well, of course, loading up in the box, then you got one or two things. Either you don't have enough pitch, or You don't have enough water moving through it.
Okay.
So you have to do it for that. Now, I never, to be truthful with you, I never checked losses in a sluice box because I never really had an issue that I thought I was losing gold. But like you said, you never know. You know, the area that I was in really wasn't a lot of gold in the first place, where we were in PA, to actually see if I was losing any gold because I didn't get much gold. Where we were in PA when we used a sluice box, we didn't have a lot of gold there. So, I mean, that really wasn't a thing to check at the time. I never really used a sluice box in any other place except for PA because when I went to Ohio and Virginia, of course, we're, high banking or dredging. I never really had to use a sluice box in other areas. So I don't really think there's any other way to be able to test it unless you shovel that material up in a bucket, classify it, pan it out, and find out if you're losing. That's the only other way that I know. As for moving on to a high banker, same kind of process. The high banker, the best thing to do is make sure that when you're setting it up, a lot of people, we don't check for losses. Right. I do to a certain point, and I'll explain it. But Tim, do you ever check for losses?
Never. Nope.
Shad and Kathleen? You guys never check for losses?
I think they're muted.
Okay.
We were on mute, sorry.
Told you.
Do you check for losses at all?
Every now and then. Shad more so than I do, probably. But I just pan it.
Right. And the classic scenario is we're looking at making sure the box is doing what it's supposed to be doing, like he said, and then you don't even bother checking. But actually, in my high banker, when I was running my high banker, the first 20 minutes, I would put my black tub underneath it, and I would actually check it.
Right.
I would make sure that, for one, the box was level. For two, make sure the water level was correct to be able to look down in and see that the material agitating. I would run the box for 20 minutes. And then I would come up and look at the box. Well, actually, I'd run it for 5 minutes first to get material in the box, and then come up and make sure it's not loading up. If it was loading up, then what I did was I raised the back up, put a little bit more pitch on it, and or adjusted the water if I needed the water flow to make sure the material was agitating and moving. Then I would go back to the dredge, of course, or shovel the material in, either or, and run material for 20 minutes. And then I would come up, and by that time, most of the time, the black masonry tub is full. I'd just let the unit run, take the masonry tub, classify it down to 1/8" material, which I really didn't have too much material to do.
Right.
And I would go ahead and quick pan that out and make sure I didn't have any losses. That's how I always check for losses. Most of the time, I did not even have any black sand in there, which told me it was set up correctly, and because I used vortex matting, and the vortex matting was trapping the black sand.
Okay.
So very rarely did I have any black sand in that when I was checking it.
Obviously, I'll do a lot of checking and catching my tailings if I'm testing out or using something new for the first time. But, as the more I've used, like, my dredge, really, I'm no longer checking the tailings with the setup I have. Because but I do look separately at the bottom portion of my miner's moss. So if I see that, gold is way down there at the bottom.
Or heavies.
Or a lot of heavies, but usually I'm still even going down to actually pan out to see if there's any gold.
And that's a great point there, Shad. Yeah. That's one other thing that I do also. Actually, when I do a clean out and I see that I'm getting black sands, and I actually set my system up for 2 separate mattings, either in my high banker or my dredge. I always have a lower matting and I have a higher matting. And I gauge my material on where it is in the box. If I'm getting gold at the bottom of my box, it's not set up correctly. Or I could possibly had a surge that, lost material down there, but I would have known that. Mm-hmm. So my first use of clean out is I'll take my bottom mat and I'll do a quick clean out and find out, if I'm getting any gold down there. Majority of the time, 95% of the time, I do not have anything down there. And I basically just throw it out of the way. I don't even save it.
Right.
But I do check. And then I'll classify that to 1/8 inch and check the big rocks before I throw them, and then take it and pan it out real quick, which doesn't take me long. And I don't find anything, so I pitch it. And then I take my upper mat or my middle mat, depending. The dredge, I have an upper, middle, and a lower. My high banker, I just have a lower and an upper. But I'll take, in the high banker, I'll take the upper, take it out, and most of the time I can almost end up panning that stuff out, right out into a big pan.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'll either pan it out or I'll classify it the same way, and majority of all my gold is within the first 2 feet of the box. And that's another way I can tell, if I'm losing anything, because if I have material down in my lower box, then something isn't correctly, it isn't correct. It ain't set up right. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. So that's why I usually don't check on the high banker or the dredge.
Right.
I mean, I'll do a 20-minute test run, and then I'll see in the box how it is. A lot of people can look at their box when it's running, and they can tell if it's working correctly. If you're a new person and you're just starting out, I suggest you do that. You do check for losses, because that will tell you, if you're looking at your box and you remember the way it looks like, and you check your box and you're finding losses, then you did something wrong and you have to do adjustments. When you fire back up, just dump the material back in again.
Right.
Put the tub back underneath it and make sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the best way to do. See, Darth posted something in the chat room. Testing Vortex mat for losses. 3-inch thread followed with 2 extra sluices. 0 losses in 2 3-hour runs. Mm. He must have posted something in the chat room.
Yeah. Right, because I agree with Shad. Once you get comfortable with your equipment and your setup, that I don't feel it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but I
in the
think
beginning,
there's one caveat.
There's what?
To that.
Area.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you're going to a completely new area, and I'm not talking like somewhere like you're going to Ohio to Indiana, but I'm saying like going from Ohio to Idaho or to California, or
that's what I did in North Carolina.
Yep. You're running different material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally different, and it could impact how you have your matting set up, or if your throttle on your dredge, or the pitch on your high banker.
Agreed.
So it may be good to be a little more cautious. Mm-hmm. Definitely check the lower portion of your matting, but if you can, check the tailings as well a little bit, just to see, so you get comfortable.
Yes.
And make sure you fine tune your equipment into that new area.
Okay. And that's what I did down in North Carolina. I actually checked mine to make sure, because first of all, I was running that new set of riffles, and, I wasn't sure what I was going to get, and I didn't want to lose anything. But here I ended up finding out I didn't have any in the bottom matting anyway. So, I mean, but just for, self to make sure,
Right, just so you knew. I get you, which makes sense. But I definitely agree with what you say about if you're new, then you should test a lot.
Yeah, or you go to a new area, like Shad said, because you don't know. Every place has different material.
Yeah, exactly. It does. I mean,
look at us. We went to North Carolina, and it was Garnet City.
Yeah, it's something that we wasn't used to that. That's for sure.
I mean, even down at Lou's, it was garnet.
Yeah, just
but it was bigger garnet,
big old marble-sized garnet. Yeah,
but the box still loaded up with gardens. No matter which place that you went to, and everybody's equipment does run differently.
Yep, sure does. See, very good topic. I like this, Rich. Definitely.
Well, that was a good idea from
Steve
it was.
Stephen,
so.
And
I mean, I kind of do the same thing with my cleanup sluice. I have a catch pan, and I will run it twice through my cleanup sluice just to make sure that I'm not losing anything also, and I will also pan it out. Mm-hmm. And I'm not an expert like Kathleen is with my my table, Miller table. And I still like to throw that thing up against the wall sometimes because I can't get it to work correctly. I still lose gold off of it all the time. I mean, and the problem is I can see the daggone gold going off of it.
Oh, geez, yeah, okay.
Well, hey, Rich, talk to Spike, because he was telling me, and I don't want to say this wrong, but definitely check with him with the Martin water table. There's like a new thing you can do, I think, to the existing matting, or if you put out a new matting or plate for the Martin table, what he's using, it basically... I swear he said something about sandpaper.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what grit, though.
Really?
But you do it, and it mimics kind of like that medical tape we put at the end.
Yeah.
So it gives a chance for some of that round gold to slow up and not just roll right off.
Okay. And I pan, I run it on there, so I don't have to pan that small stuff. Where I could end up panning it out anyway, and I find gold that way. So what's even the purpose of using that daggone thing if I got to pan it out anyway?
Right, exactly, Rich. That's the way I look at it, too.
I'm finding it panning out after I run it through that. So it's like, come on.
Yeah, it kind of gets discouraging then, don't it?
Yeah, it defeats the purpose. I mean,
We're not Kathleen. Kathleen's got the patience of a saint when it comes to that thing. We don't.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't either, Rich, and it's like... No.
At one time, I had it working correctly. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, I can't get it.
You can't get it again.
I can't get it again. I can't get the V. She does hers a little differently. She has a tilt on hers, but it used to be that I had water running off the end in like a V.
Right.
It would like... But now the water's barely either trickling, and I put a valve on it, tried to speed it up, slow it down, and all that, and I just...
Oh, I know. When I'd put mine in the box, it would just flow right off every time. It was like, really? And then it just like, okay, so you basically got to start over again, because I probably
and then the other thing with it is, a lot of people said, well, it doesn't matter if the material's dry or not. Hogwash.
Oh, I always wet the material.
Hits the table, it washes off.
Right.
It's got to be wet.
So it's got to be wet before you put it in the box?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
If you put dry material on there, it'll float right off.
Oh, yeah, well.
Really? Oh.
In a heartbeat.
Oh, I didn't know that. See?
I've talked to people, it doesn't matter if it's dry or wet. Yeah, wrong.
I've put it in the box dry.
I've done it. I've done it on purpose just to see what it would do.
Me too, definitely. I've put it in the box dry, and I've put it in the box wet.
It washes right off.
And I'm just confused by the whole thing. It's like, really? But Spike says sand a strip across the bottom with 120 grit paper, and that'll solve that, I guess. So I guess we're gonna have to try that.
But the problem of it is why should the gold be getting that far in the first place?
I
why
agree.
should I have to screw with it at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to.
No, I'm with you. I really am. I am.
You know
with
what
you.
I mean?
Yeah.
If you make a product that's supposed to catch the gold, you shouldn't have to adjust it, or you shouldn't have to wait until it almost goes off the end to catch it.
Yeah.
Name one product, though, that catches 100% of gold every time.
Yeah.
That's the kicker there. If you can't come up with it, Rich, you'll be a rich man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, we'd be geniuses. For sure. That's just it. So I did learn something though about it, though. Put it in the box wet, not dry. Oh, my goodness. Because I've done it both ways. And I've had the same results both times. I suck at the water table. It's
Darth turned me on to that bucket sluice. It's just a small sluice that you run water down through it, and it goes into a bucket of material. And that seems to catch some of the finer stuff too. But I mean, most of the time I like panning it all. I don't like screwing with all the other stuff. That's why I got rid of that blue bowl for the club outing. And then I got rid of that Tom and Perry's cleanup sluice. Mm-hmm. Donated that to the outing. I mean, I got rid of all that stuff because I just pan anymore.
Right, right. That's me. I just pan it and I'm done because I'm going to get the same results. But Kathleen just is the water table queen. She should
It just
demonstrate
relaxes
them.
me. I don't know.
I know, but you catch all your gold on yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, even the finest finds that Ray sent, you was able to
I
catch.
feed it slowly. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't put heaping scoops on there.
So how much do you
Yeah, I
do?
don't either. I do a teaspoon at
Okay.
a time most of the time.
I was doing a tablespoon. Is that too much then, Kathleen?
That's a lot.
Oh, it is?
For me, it is.
And do
You
you
got to
put
do a teaspoon.
do you put it in a pile or do you spread it across?
Kind of like how you feed a cleanup sluice. I just kind of like put it on there like back and forth.
Okay.
Not like violently or anything, but just we get it on there back and forth, and the material's wet. It'll stay there for a pot in a little bit. Then you just take the brush across it, and then keep an eye on what's going down there.
Okay. And that's your trick.
I
know you.
Well, I keep it tilted. I don't do that, V. I do where my vial is. It's at a higher level than the rest of the table, so I know where to put the like if I see stuff like floating, like starting to go down, I'll brush it up to that area. Not quite into the vial, but next to it, it'll stick there.
Okay.
While I get all the rest of the other stuff, and then I scoot it all in the hole.
Ah, okay. See? Kathleen's little water table tricks.
Yeah, Lou Smith in the chat room said if your water flow and your angle are correct, you should catch all your gold in the top 12 inches of the Miller table. I said, I agree, but I don't have that, I guess. I don't have that patience.
The only time I see gold go to the bottom is if it's bigger pieces that rolled.
Okay.
And then the medical tape will prevent it from falling over.
Oh. So we're gonna have to try the sanding trick, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'll try that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
120 grit paper.
120. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the medical tape, you have to keep replacing.
Right. So if you sand it, you don't have to deal with that. So that's a good thing. So, yeah, Kathleen, if you try it, let us know.
Yeah.
Sand a strip across the mat, 120 grit.
Right.
Like you have to attach the actual sandpaper?
No, just sand it. Just,
just
scuff
sand
it up. Yeah. I think that's what he's saying.
It said 2 inches wide, 1/3 weight from the top.
Huh?
Is it from the top or the bottom?
I thought it was the bottom. I really did.
I don't know.
I don't know. Spike,
Should you sand it with like a wet sand? I mean, you wouldn't want to sand it dry, would you?
I don't know. I think you want to scratch it, so you probably want to
Yeah,
sand
no,
it
that's
dry.
what I was thinking.
Yes. I think you would.
Maybe Spike can chime in there. It says 2/3 way up.
Yeah. See, I think it's the bottom.
2/3 the way up. Okay.
2/3 the way up. Just sand it. Get the scratches in there, and the scratches will help. They'll catch the gold, of course, and keep.
So you need to season your Martin table.
Season it. Yeah, season it properly.
Yeah, Lou. We do classify. Lou Smith says also you must classify the table just like you do for a blue bowl. Yep.
Yeah, it's been classified to like sand.
Yeah. All the big stuff.
Yeah, there's not much left there.
I did like 57 and 100. 50, 70, and 100 is what I use to classify mine when I pan. So.
Okay. See, that's interesting. So,
and usually only at 100 is what I put on the table most of the time, but I don't even do that anymore. I just pan it.
I know. Well, I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to give it one more chance. One more. If that don't work, I'm done with that thing. It'll just be a decoration.
There's another good question that Thomas Folks said.
Let's hear it.
Do you sand up and down or side to side?
Oh, see, that is a good question.
I would think side to side.
I would think side to side, too.
I would say side to side.
Yeah. Yeah, up and
Maybe
down.
If you do up and down, you're just like...
It's just
You're
going
creating
You're creating a luge.
Yeah.
Going side to side across the table.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's got to be side to side.
Top, need to explain so no one ruins the table, please. Spike, why don't you call in?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spike, call in.
Call in. 419-520-7574.
Thank you,
Spike.
Rich. Yeah, Spike, give us a call real quick and explain this left and right, up and down, whatever.
That way everybody understands.
Let's get it
You don't have to
clarified.
type it in. Just give us a call.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Give us a call.
419-520-7574.
Thank you, Rich. You should all have that number saved in your phone anyway. That way you can call us at the drop of a dime. Just give us a call. Come on, Spike.
That way Tim can holler because of the daggone thing goes
That's
off.
right, because I know it's going to do it. I'm on Do Not Disturb, but I bet you it friggin' rings. I know it's going to ring.
Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared, but I can't.
Don't have a Swifty meltdown.
I won't, I promise. I'm going to try not to.
I don't know. Maybe he won't call. I don't know.
Spike likes to call. Yeah. Or what? It's not. It's working tonight because I have it on Do Not Disturb.
I don't know. We never tried to call before the show this time.
Right, we didn't. Let me see. We'll give Spike a couple more minutes here, but I'm thinking. I'm looking at it. I'm watching it. Watching very closely.
Someone said Darth said chalkboard paint.
Chalkboard paint. Yeah, that's what you can make them out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely, because that's all it is. I've seen different kinds. I've seen them with bed liner spray and everything else. That tend to work, there's a lot of options out there. Definitely. I don't know. Spike is not calling. Spike, are you calling? Mm-hmm. I have no clue. Still lost.
Well, I don't hear anything.
I don't. We'll start it into something else, and it'll ring. Is what'll happen. Guaranteed. Okay. So what? Anyhow, Kathleen Wheat is the best at operating the water table, bar none. Nobody.
I don't know if I'm the best. But
I think you are
me.
the best. Out of everybody I've ever talked to that's ran a water table, you are. Oh, there it is. I hate that friggin' thing, Shad. All right, hello caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello. Can you hear us, Spike?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
All right, what's happening?
I still
brother?
had my headphones on trying to talk on the telephone.
Oh, genius.
I don't have the laptop tonight, and I'm trying to do everything on the phone, message and watch the show, listen to the show, and I keep cutting myself off and missing it, and I didn't hear you ask me to call in first time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Well, explain this water table thing to us so everybody gets it right.
Let me explain exactly what it is. Mike Pung is the guy that come up with the idea, the Gold Cube idea, and he's the one that told Todd about it.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they plug the hole, okay?
Okay.
They plug the hole in the machine, and then about 1/3 of the way down from the top. Okay. Start at the top, come down about 1/3 of the way, and they do a strip across the machine lightly with 120 grit paper.
Okay.
And just do it when it's dry to start with, and it'll make some little grooves in it, and then when the water hits, you'll start to see the little ripples it'll make and stuff, okay? So it'll make some little riffles when it does it, kind of like drop riffles, believe it or not.
Okay, gotcha.
And then do not do this to a chalkboard board.
Okay.
It won't work. It'll just screw it up. So
Gotcha.
that was one of the main reasons I wanted to talk to people, because Todd's mat's like a rubbery mat, and it'll take it.
Okay.
But don't do it to chalkboard, because you'll ruin your table. So that's something I wanted to make sure I let people know quick.
I can't do mine then. I can't do mine. Mine's got the.
So Spike, do you just do one strip across 1/3 of the way down, or more?
Yeah, you come down about 1/3 away from the top, and you go all the way across and do it maybe an inch and a half to 2 inches wide. He had his looked like about 1.5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And he had just lightly done it across there. And then when you run it, what it'll do is it'll all pile up in that section, and it'll stay, and the black sands will keep going and go off the end of the table. Well, when you get done, you take the table after you get done. You change the pan out, put another pan under it, just lift it up, and everything will wash right out of the machine into the pan.
Oh, really?
So you're not even touching the little bottle. You don't even try to sweep it. You don't do any of that. You just let it go real lightly across the table till it catches in the grooves, and the black sand's gone. And then you, like I say, you just put a fresh pan under it and tip it up, and everything will run off of those grooves and drop into the pan.
Okay, so
you have to actually move the water table?
I'm not a a table guy. I'm a pan guy. I got pan my whole life.
Right.
Even beach sanding, no. I've never used anything up there but a pan to separate that stuff. So
right.
I guess that's why I got good at it. But like I say, I'm not one of the guys that uses one of those tables. But I just watched it. I seen it, and Todd showed me at the shop the other day, and I'd already heard about it that one of his classes he done down at one of the outings, and so I shared it with John, and I thought we'd share it with a few others that might want to know about it. It can make the machine a lot easier to work with. In other words, you don't push anything to the little hole with the broom. You just close the hole up.
Oh,
and,
that's
let the grooves catch everything, then wash it away later.
That was the question I was going to ask. What hole are you plugging? I didn't know if you. That's what I didn't know. So okay,
the little hole at the top that you sweep the gold to.
The vial hole.
So how do you get it back in the vial? Like a funnel from your pan?
Yeah, you just snuffer it up and then put it in a vial.
Okay.
But it'll be clean when it gets to that pan. So once you let all your black sands wash away, then you put a pan there and catch nothing but the gold that's been caught up in those grooves.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no black sand.
Sweep it in the vial if you want, but I mean,
then you can transfer it to a vial from a snuffer bottle or whatever. Yes, right, exactly.
Okay.
The old-fashioned way, the way I had to do it all my life. Okay,
right.
I'm sorry.
Right, old school way.
I'm sorry, Kathleen. I never got to sweep my dirt into a little bottle. I never done that. Okay.
You're sweeping your gold into that little bottle. That's fancy stuff there. So
I like gold big enough to not fit the bottles. Okay, that makes it easier.
Oh well, yeah, it does definitely. Yeah, all right.
Hey, Spike, we wanted to thank you for making sure John got
I got
back
it cleaned
home
up this
safely.
afternoon out there.
I
did not get a picture though. I should have got a picture. There's a lot of fines that come out of that crack between them two big old rocks I went in between.
Okay.
That was most of what I got, and I got all my lead back. So.
Oh, good job. Good job. All right, well, now we know.
Yeah,
we know the proper way to do this water table thing, but don't do it if you got the chalkboard paint on there. It's got to be a Martin
you don't want to
water
mess up
table.
your chalkboard, exactly.
It's got to be the Martin water table, right?
Hey,
Right.
Spike, we wanted to thank you
got
for
the rubbery type
making
finish.
sure,
Right.
Rich, go
making
ahead.
sure John got back home.
Yes, sir. John got home. I drove Friday night. I drove to Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my buddy Andrew Pickens from over here in Clayton, Georgia. I went by and picked him up, and he rode with me over there, and we come back, and I drove home from there.
Oh, nice.
But I just drove it all in one run over there and turned around and drove back, So,
Yeah, we wanted to thank you for doing that. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guys, it was a pleasure to help John out. I mean, for something that bad to happen to somebody and, be in the position John was in because, he was ready to head home, had pretty much gas money to go home, ready to go. And then the next thing, filled up his truck, and the next thing that happened was kablam, and that's only 5 miles from my house. And there wasn't nothing I could do but help, because that's just not me not to. So it took a couple of days. I had wife had 2 doctor appointments, and I had one Friday that I had to go to.
Right.
Turns out it was a good thing I had the doctor's appointment because I come down with the gout on Thursday afternoon.
Oh, gee.
Or Thursday, in the right foot, where I couldn't even walk on the stupid thing.
Man.
So I drove, I guess you could say, halfway to Tuscaloosa and back with the gout in my right foot. I used to cruise a lot, so it wasn't bad on that. So I dealt with it, but somebody posted earlier, they appreciated what I done, and I put on there exactly this. I done for John, what I would hope anybody else in this group would do for anybody else in this group, including me.
That's right.
We stayed here, we had plenty of food, we had a bed to sleep in, and everything was, good till we could get out of here.
That is awesome.
And I could leave. If I could have left earlier, I would have. I mean, I just couldn't do it, so, because of my appointments. But
right. But
he called work, he missed one day of work. He was back at work today, I think. See, he told me. So he missed yesterday at work and called him, let him know he wasn't going to be there. And I think he had a pretty good reason.
Yeah, he had a real good reason. Yes. Yeah. But, man, thank you,
But,
Spike.
everything went well. We got him home, met him at his daughter's in Tuscaloosa, and they picked him up and carried him on home.
Good. Well,
yeah, I was glad to do it, guys. That's one of those things that you do because everybody that you care about.
Right.
And I learned to care about John within 3 days of living beside him. and on top of that, John was one of my first customers to buy a concentrator.
That's right.
The first guy that ever bought one was John.
That's right. I remember.
And so when it comes, John made his own. His gold ram, he had to get rid of it when he got the dredge. He swapped it on the dredge deal. So he didn't have a go around when he got done, and so when he got over here, we just went out the garage and made him one.
Oh,
so
man.
he got to see that process too. So that was
cool.
kind of fun, I think, for him. And
Cool.
then the rest of the week, while we were waiting,
Mm-hmm.
we were putting floats on the dredge and balancing it, and figuring out how to mount a motor on a float and getting that balanced. And it was nice having him around. I'd like to have him help me all the time. It was pretty cool.
I bet it's
But
kind
yeah,
of nice.
we got a lot done. He had good ideas, and I used some of his ideas along with mine, and we're moving quite along.
Awesome.
I think me and Michael's going to be shooting video and testing
okay.
the dredge on Tuesday up at Horseshoe up there. So
nice.
back up at the property.
Back
I'm
up
going
there.
back to that crack, guys.
No,
There's
go for
something
it.
else there calling me there. Okay,
There is, huh?
so there is. But I was just more than glad to help. And
Well.
like I say, that's the kind of the thing that friendship and fellowship I hope that carries through all of
That's
us. You know,
right.
that
It
everybody
does.
would do that if they were in a position
It
to be able
does.
to help, or
Yeah. It
or
definitely
we're in a
does.
position to need to help. You
Yep.
know, and so
It does, Spike. It really does. This community is
I want to throw a special thanks out myself to Bill Brewer
Oh, yeah.
over at Statesville over there,
Mm-hmm.
because Bill forwarded me some money to use for the traveling money, for getting us down there and that kind of stuff. And it wasn't a whole lot, but what he done
Man.
covered getting all the gas and and us having a couple of meals and getting John all the way to Tuscaloosa and back. So that made it a lot
that
easier,
is.
by Bill chipping in and doing that part. You know
Bill
what I mean?
does a lot, yeah.
And then other people have chipped in, and that's
Yep.
going to John and helping out on his end.
Yep.
What Bill gave me was $30 short of what it took to do it, so I came out pretty good on that deal.
Heck
I thought
yeah.
so.
Way to
I
go.
got more than $30 worth of help out of John working in the garage, indentured servant for a week,
There you
for
go.
3 days.
There you go.
So
but
and we sold his old truck. Got rid of
Sure.
the wreck truck. Instead of hauling it to the junkyard down the street, we sold it to somebody and got more out of it that way for him.
that's good.
So,
Okay. That
and
helps.
the true blessing of it all.
What's that?
He still has a 4-inch dredge stored at my house
That's right.
in gold country,
That's right.
under the trees out here, and the motor's wrapped up and everything. And when he gets ready to come here, he don't have to bring a dredge with him. He just has to get here.
That's right.
And I'll take him down there and we'll go. So
Awesome. That is cool.
yeah, and I
Spike.
think he told me if I got an option to rent it out and make him a little money off of it, go ahead and usually do that too.
Oh,
So
heck yeah. Ain't
any
nothing
of
wrong
these
with
East Coast guys that know about us and know about John and want to help out, you can get in touch with me and you can rent John's dredge out sometime, and the money will go into working on the dredge and fixing it up. I think we're going to get the air working on it and do all that first,
Mhm.
and then after that, John's going to start making him a little profit on his dredge while it sits here and he can't be.
That's right.
So, that was the smartest thing I could think I'd do, because we couldn't haul it back. We
Right.
couldn't get it there.
Well, no, of course not.
And, after he said about it, he said, well, there's not a lot of places for me to dredge in Texas. And I said, you're right on that
right.
one.
This is true. That is a true fact.
That's
right
true,
there.
huh? So,
Yeah, buddy.
if he decides to do something else later on, all he's got to do is let me know, and I'll get it on the market and get rid of it or something for him. But right now, he's got back home and everything's settled. The old truck's gone. And he's got all his other equipment still, and he's still got his dredge.
Yes.
So, in my book, that's pretty good way
It
to
is.
end up
It
after
is.
what he had to go through, with the truck and all. So
It is. It definitely
Yeah, that's
It is.
awesome.
awesome. Shad, Spike. Thank you, buddy, for calling, and we appreciate everything you've done for sure, my friend.
no, that's no
Really.
problem, guys. Anybody ever needs anything, I'm always around.
Got it.
A lot of y'all haven't known me that long, but I've been around this a long, long time. And the LDMA people and all them people, a lot of them know me because I've been LDMA since '92.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So, it's like that group knows me, but it's the newer group and the other people, they don't.
Oh, they
But,
will.
the
They
newer
do.
the newer the miner, the better they are for me.
That's
That's
right.
just all I can tell you.
That's right, brother.
So
All right.
that's the best people for me. I'll
Yeah.
see y'all
All right,
guys in
Spike.
Ohio after all.
Thank
I
you,
will
brother.
be there.
All right.
I'm not running a booth. I'm working with Bill. I'm
right.
going to be working in Bill's booth, helping him.
All right, cool. Good.
But y'all make sure you drop by and see
We
us.
will. We'll come
We'll
out and
have
see
a
you
little
guys.
everything.
Oh, yeah, we'll come out and see you for sure. Definitely.
Okay, guys.
All right, brother. Take
I'm
care.
going to get out of your way and let you finish up your show and get back to listening if I can get from back home where I can hear any of it.
Sounds
I try to
good.
go type a message and then I lose my ear.
Uh-huh.
I can't hear it anymore. So it's just like driving me crazy because I'm used to having the laptop to listen to and the phone to comment with.
Right.
So
Well, you'll get it.
And I've got a crazy phone with 3 cracks in the screen, so it's hard enough to do anything.
Jeez. All right, brother. Thanks, Spike.
Yeah. Y'all help me out, guys, anytime you can. I'll always do the same.
We know you will. We know it, man.
Love all you brothers.
Love you, man.
Sister, too.
All right.
Later, man.
Bye, buddy. All right, that's our good friend Spike Littlejohn. Awesome. Great job he did helping John. And
Yeah, that was.
Now
that was pretty much Cooley's Corner, so.
Well, now we know how to do the water table. Left to right, not up and down. Third of the way down, sand it.
You can do this to your existing water table, right?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
just as long as it ain't.
I guess it would be the green ones, right?
Yeah,
the green one is the one he's talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, just as long as it ain't the painted one. See, mine's the painted one. It's got chalkboard paint. I can't do mine.
Oh, see, I don't know I've never seen the.
Yeah, so I can't do mine.
Maybe I'll try it, but I'm still going to keep the little hole.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. The little hole.
There's some sort of.
You can always just sweep it over in the hole.
There's nothing wrong with having the little hole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You should have it because it comes in handy. You put your vial there, you push your gold right in it. Bing, done. I mean, it works.
There's just a satisfying feeling when I collect all the gold all around it, and then I dump it in there.
Right.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching, right. It's I guarantee you hear that, don't you, Kathleen? Cha-ching!
You know, they should make a water table that does that.
I like it. It has sound effects. When you push the gold into the bottle, it goes cha-ching!
It looks like Bruce Custard posted some pictures on the site there. He went to Nome. Looks like he went for fishing and exploring, I guess.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Bruce. I saw that.
Nice. Man. People getting a Nome on a fishing trip. Now that would be fun. Heck yeah. Rich.
Yeah, it looks like he had a helicopter ride and all of that. So.
Rich, that was an awesome segment. Yeah.
Oh,
no, thank you. Great job. So let's take a
quick... everybody, if you want something, just send me a message. Just like Steven did. Mm-hmm. You know, he just sent me a message what he wanted, and, I'll get on it and see if we can get it on a show for you.
Yeah. Heck yeah, that's all they got to do.
Easy as that.
It don't get no easier than that, actually.
Nope.
I mean, plus you're talking to the legendary Rich Cooley. I mean, come on. What?
Yeah, right.
What else can you ask for? All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. Now here's a interesting thing. Remember, we have our Crony Club giveaway, which we were supposed to give away like last week, and we forgot because we were gone. So I drew the winner today, and I wish we would have drew it before we went because I could have took it with me. The winner of this month's Crony Club giveaway was George and Wendy Young, so congratulations to George and Wendy. They were at the outing, and I could have just hand-delivered it instead of having to mail it, so
yeah,
congratulations.
Hey, what about the Cronies Club nugget giveaway?
When
the
is that coming up? The quarter's up?
Today is the last day of the quarter, so I guess you'd have to do it
I'll have to do it
next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Yeah, let me write that down. Yeah. That's the last one. Oh, wow. Amazing. And that's the big boy, too.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the 1.7 gram nugget or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the big one. So next Sunday, the quarterly nugget. That quarter went by. Well, this is. Yeah, you're right, Kathleen. Wow.
It's
going into Q4 of 2018.
I'm telling you. So congratulations to George and Wendy. I'll get their mailing info and get that Crony Club prize.
Yeah, they're from Tennessee.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I talked with them extensively. You know, I'd love to get down and visit them down there. So.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But they prospect in Georgia there too. So.
Yep, nice. So that's that. That's that taken care of. Now, one of our members also, Kelly Levitt, he sent me a beautiful handmade Skinner, a knife. I'm telling you, this thing, Shad, this thing is amazing. You've seen the picture of it. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I had to send it to you.
Yeah, I had to send it to you so you could send it to me. That was pretty screwed up, but
figure that one out.
It is what it is. Yeah, that it's like, what? Why'd you do that? I don't know. It's just how me and Shad roll. But anyhow, it's like, what we're going to do, we're going to auction this knife off to raise money for the show. So now that I have the picture so I can get this post up, we will get this posted. And Kelly will send me any information that he has on it. It was handmade for him, and it is a beautiful knife. It really is. When you see it...
Yeah, thanks for the donation, Kelly.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Big thank you to Kelly for that. And it's very cool. Somebody's going to get a really nice knife in this auction. So I'll get that up probably tomorrow-ish, I would say. And we'll just do... What do you think, guys? 3-day auction or run it until Sunday?
Run it
to Sunday.
Run it to Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, that'll work. So we'll run that to
As long as we don't try to last minute.
Yeah, because that's what it always happens. So we'll just run it till Sunday. But yeah, big thank you to Kelly for that, helping out the show there. We appreciate it.
Make sure you have the instructions in there, a certain time.
Oh, you know it. Everything ends Eastern time, my time. Yeah, like we've done in the past. Yeah, well, I'll make sure, Rich. I'll triple check it. And I know the date on the show was wrong tonight, everybody. I will fix that too. The 2 is awful close to the 3, so when I was typing, I obviously hit the 2. So, my bad. I didn't check. But
yeah,
it is the 30th, and I will fix it as soon as we get off the air. Also, I want to remind everybody to tune in to Ed and Jesse Show on their Facebook Live Hangout every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to stop over there and check that show out. Great show on YouTube. Love them guys, so be sure to support them. They support us, so, spread it around.
Any idea who they're having this week? I don't see them in the chat room anymore. So.
Yeah, Ed and Jess both were in there earlier. I don't know who their guest is. I really don't. I'm bad. I usually don't. I'll admit
usually
it.
they say, but I didn't catch it tonight. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I am. I'm bad. What else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something else. I know I am. Help me, Shad. Help. What am I forgetting?
Can't think of anything else. I mean,
got it all.
You sure I did? Okay, I believe you guys. Because you guys are the best. That's for sure. So, Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. Be here for West Coast Wednesdays. We got Kathleen's back, baby. The news is back. Shad's back. He's got his local events, which we all know and love so well. So be sure.
All right. Jesse said Gypsy from Zero Discrimination.
Okay, see, thank you, Jess. So Gypsy from Zero Discrimination will be on Tuesday Night Hangouts with Ed and Jess and Dano. So check that out. Crap. I know there's something. But it is what it is. So we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. You guys got anything else?
Not that I'm aware of.
Kathleen, Shad, good?
Good.
Rich, good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, give me 2 seconds to cue up the exit music. And, until Wednesday, everybody, have a great week. Thanks for joining us. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.